Hello and welcome back to God of Weapons. I'm Arima, and today we're going to be checking out the Eldritch Knight again, specifically because he got basically reworked. Previously it was melee and magic power for melee and magic weapons, but reversed. Now he is more of an armor character. He has +5 armor, magic power for each 2 armor, melee power for each 2 armor, and armor modifications are 25% more effective, but he's slightly slow. So we're going to grab him, and we are going to grab the lightning spear, because I still just really like the lightning spear. And we did get his unique last time, Arcane Gauntlet. Adjacent melee weapons deal extra damage based on magic power. Adjacent enchanted weapons deal extra damage based on melee power. And of course, we're going to difficulty 5. We're going to double check the shop real quick, make sure that there are no items over here that would be good for our run that we can unlock. We still only have 1 page left, and most of those are ones that we have to unlock at this point. So we're going to go straight into the run. What are we looking for today? So we're definitely looking for armor. We may look for some degree of melee power and magic power. And then we need to choose a way to restore HP. I will probably grab a little bit of recovery, because I would kind of like to grab some big chunky weapons. And lifesteal doesn't really synergize with the big chunky weapons as much. Because lifesteal wants to see a high amount of... Ooh, this fire mace is an enchanted weapon. We'll just go ahead and grab that for now. And that is some magic power. And I think I'm going to grab an early burnt coin. And I'm just going to go with that for now. I'm kind of just trying to get the run up and running for now. And we are going to... Instead of trying to go for something specific, which has caused me a lot of heartache in Calamity 5, we are going to go more for taking advantage of what's being offered to us, I'm going to call it. So if we come across something interesting that I haven't done before, specifically, so if we come across like a million ice wands, I'll probably skip it because I've done an ice build before. But if we come across something interesting, we will take a look at it. So that is an enchanted weapon. Can I use... There's nothing stopping me from using an enchanted ranged weapon. We'll check what this says in a second. Unfortunately, we can't read it while we're choosing slots. Melee weapons. Adjacent melee weapons deal extra power based on magic power, but enchanted weapons. It doesn't say enchanted weapons, it just says... There's a possibility that this does actually work. I always wanted to try the ice crossbow. Yeah, let's do it. And we're going to check to see if there's anything else that we can grab very quickly. Whetstone is good. It does give us -1 projectile power, but that's actually okay because it gives us the melee power, which then goes into here, and then gets extra damage based off of melee power, theoretically. Yeah, so this normally does 15 damage? Oh, because of the magic power. See, it is being highlighted by the Arcane Gauntlet, but the damage isn't going up. So I'm not sure if that actually works or not. We're going to have to just go for a little bit longer and see. Because we do have 8 melee power, so this should have gone up in damage. I wonder if this is technically a typo, and it's supposed to be adjacent melee enchanted weapons. Either way, we'll see. We grabbed a little bit of recovery, just so that we can start recovering a little bit of HP. So yeah, this ice bow apparently shoots ice crossbow bolts, and it lodges in a target, and it says that it will explode eventually? Ah, there we go. I saw the explosion. It seemed like it did 12 damage to everything around it. It seems like it takes a pretty long time for the explosion to go off. That's not ideal. Ooh, there's another Thunder Spear. I am thinking that this is not working. Yeah, because look at that. That's getting 32 damage from this equation. This is only getting +3 damage, which is about 50% of our magic power. I don't think that works the way that I was reading it. Unfortunate as it is. Would have very much liked for it to work that way. But what can we do? We are going to go ahead and grab some more melee power. And we need to not forget that we need armor. In fact, we might sell this to pick up this armor. It's only based off the actual armor stat. Very well. That's acceptable, actually. The armor itself will still be good for us because we're going to be getting a lot of extra armor as well. And it'll make us pretty strong either way. We'll be able to block a pretty significant chunk of damage. We're probably going to want just a little bit of attack speed. Probably save out for some of the better attack speed items, like the pocket watch or something like that. Don't really need to worry about grabbing just a whole ton of attack speed or anything like that. I will say these weapons, these spears, aren't the best at damaging enemies that are right up on top of us. They almost have, like, too much pierce. But I'm really liking them so far. Like, I'm honestly really liking them a lot. We are going to try and prioritize getting slots that are near our unique item. And for now, we're going to move this stuff down here and grab some armor. We're losing a lot of move speed really fast, but with that plus 12 armor, we do now have 22 and 15 magic power and melee power combined. And we can mitigate some of that negative move speed slightly. And we'll go ahead and grab a lifestone as well. Just for now. Probably not going to keep those long term. What do these do? Summon a lightning bolt. Lightning bolt size increase for each adjacent polearm. So all polearms are technically good. Just kind of looking through what they're going to be offering us here. And nothing I am too excited about. So we're going to go to the next floor. We definitely need 1 or 2 more weapons. Ideally very soon. Our attack speed is not high enough to make 2 weapons kind of a viable option. But with the shield that we have... Well, wait, we're supposed to have a shield. Where'd it go? It's odd. Did we already lose it at the beginning of the match and I just didn't hear it go off? Interesting. Whoa, that was a lot of damage right there at the end. Gotta be careful. Okay, so what we're looking for is we don't need extra enemies right now. That would probably be the end of us. But we do need armor. We need more weapons. That's not really enough armor to be worth the negative move speed. That is, though. So, how much do we get for how much? So, each 2 points, so it's 50%. So this is +6 melee power and +6 magic power. I think that's honestly really worth it. Over top of, like, for example, these shadow mushrooms. Well, and then instead of shadow mushrooms, I can grab a shield, which will help us survive a little bit longer. And then we can grab some more recovery, because we are starting to get our butt kicked by the enemies. We're not really getting back to full HP after each run. I don't really want one of those, to be honest. I need more weapons, for sure. And honestly, holding out on weapons and getting upgrades might have been the death of me in this run right here. Oh, there goes my shield. So we are vulnerable. Kind of stick in the corner there for a second to try and see if we can get some of these enemies down. Come on. I believe in us. There are times where I feel like Calamity 5 is probably not balanced to be done without any meta progression. But we're still winning every once in a while anyways, so like... it's not our problem. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a spear. Largely because that'll increase the lightning bolt size. And I want that. The winged boots would be very nice. If I get rid of the dusk spinner and one whetstone, which I understand is some of my damage, I can pick those up. And then we'll save that for the future. I'm tempted to take the armor over top of the... Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take the armor over top of the recovery, because we don't have enough recovery that it matters a lot, but the armor does actually add a lot of damage and survival right now. And if we can kill things before they get to us, then we'll be having a much better time. Okay, both of our shields are down, so we must be careful. Our range is pretty incredible right now, and that is both helping us and hurting us. Means that our targeting, because of how slow our weapons are, is a little bad. But we died a lot of kills there. We're going to save for now on getting the Dust of Enlarging, because I'm pretty sure if we grabbed it right now, we would die. And we'll take a little bit of armor loss for attack speed. That is a good idea in the current environment. I kind of want this percent damage thing, because we already do a lot of damage. And that would be like plus 6 or 7 damage for my current weapons. And I do feel like my damage is going to scale really well. And we'll go ahead and save that as well. The larger lightning bolts, I believe, is actually helping us quite a bit here. Because it's making it so that we're kind of doing some AoE. Gotta watch out for these guys. Whenever our shield's down, which is like right now, they can do about 35 to 40 damage, sometimes more, and could probably kill us very quickly. Try and get over to this other crate while we're invulnerable. Unfortunately, it was in fact just a bomb, which is no good for us. There was another crate up in the top corner, but we won't get there in time. But we do survive anyways. We have enough spaces to add the spear over here on this side, which will not get it close to these things, but there may be a way. No, there's only one space between. Yes, there is a way. So if we move this here, there, and then there, we can benefit these 3 weapons with the Arcane Gauntlet. It does make the rest of our build a little awkward right now, unfortunately. But we can solve that just by doing that. Then we get a bunch of bonus damage, And we've brought these guys up to doing 73 to 60 damage apiece. Very nice. I do think I want more small shields. And then in the future here, I do want to get... Oh, recovery and lifesteal. Yeah, I think I lose... I mean... What do I lose for that? Probably that. I kind of hated to have done that, but we do want more spears. Recovery and magic power, with really no downsides. I don't really like the life stones. The negative luck does cause a lot of problems where you will end up not getting some stuff that you might need. Did I have an item outside of my inventory? Because I heard something get crunched whenever I hit next. I'm going to have to look back at the recording and check that. And if I did, I'm going to probably put in a little gag edit here. For people who have been keeping up with my channel, one thing to keep in mind is that I have decided that I am going to, despite all of the practice of editing that I've been making lately, I am going to try and avoid burnout by whenever I'm doing, you know, Roguelite and Roguelike episodes like these, which are uploaded daily, and I've been uploading 2 videos a day for a couple months now. I am going to put a little bit less effort into them, which sounds counterproductive, but I am worried about burning myself out, so I don't want to put so much effort into these smaller videos that I don't have the energy to make interesting edits on larger and more intense videos. Like, for example, I also play a lot of Metroidvanias, and those Metroidvanias do take a little bit more editing because there's some downtime infrequently. I think I want the crates more than I want a little bit of recovery. We're going to unfavorite the spear right now because even if we wanted it, we don't have space for it. And I don't think we're going to find anything else, so we're going to take the resource gemstone because it generally pays for itself and go on to the next area. I'm actually curious. So we had 90 monies left, give or take. I don't know the exact number, but we had 90 monies left at the end of that wave. We bought that for 27, I think it was. So we'll see how much money we had, and it added 8%. I'm curious if it was actually worth buying for one slot, if I only keep it for one round, assuming that, let's say I sell it right away. It'll probably sell for 7 or 8. My shields are coming back just in time to get smacked by something and not take damage. We're going to head in there and grab the invulnerability, get some damage on the elites, fail to kill the elites, and continue running. Oop, more invulnerability. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Can we kill the elite? Come on, I believe in you. I don't believe in you as much as I did a second ago. I don't believe in you. So we got 733. 10% of that is 70, so it's worth it. Because that means that we essentially got about 70 more money from that run by having this. Oh, it's 5%. So that's, only earned us like 5 monies then. We are tanky enough that I'm not as scared to do this now. And we are going to grab some more armor because these helmets are armor with almost no real downsides. And this singular banner is going to solve our entire move speed problems. And we are going to grab the bracer here as well. And I believe... Oh, we don't actually have a scroll. I was going to say I was going to sell the scroll for the looking glass. Oh, I also just noticed that sitting there. How did I not see that there the whole time? We are going to do this. Oh, is it longer? It is slightly longer. It does mean that all three of these are benefiting from the Arcane Gauntlet, but not all of them are benefiting from the increased size. which means that ideally I want it to go like this instead. So these are getting touched by 2 for increased size, and this is being touched by 2 for increased size, and this is only being touched by 1, because it does in fact have the smallest damaging lightning bolt anyways, so it's okay that it gets the least amount of benefits. And we are up to 3 lightning spears and 1 normal spear, which is a much better place to be in. Plus, all of that extra range that I was gaining from the normal spears, I think it was kind of slowing us down. I'm not sure if that's 100% true, though, because I think that no matter what range it is, the entire animation takes the same amount of time based on your attack speed. So longer range does kind of mean that you have a potential to hit more targets. But the other reason why I'm thinking that the range was hurting us is because we do only have so much attack speed, and our range kept targeting things farther away from us than closer, based on like where we were moving and such like that. And it was meaning that the things that were like standing right next to me on top of me were not dying, and it was scary. I'll take that space because of really particularly no reason other than ADHD. We're going to go ahead and take this for extra power. We're going to take that for extra power. And we are going to upgrade a weapon. I have been privy to upgrading one weapon all the way up to red. I don't know if it's good or not, but I've just been enjoying doing it, to be honest. It doesn't seem like the upgrade from blue to purple does a ton for these. It only increases their DPS by about 15. We can go ahead and take another one of these, because this is not a natural elite floor, so getting extra slots is not going to be, or sorry, extra elites is not going to be the death of us. Ooh, my gosh, they are just throwing stuff at us, aren't they? Now we're at red. Okay, it's a pretty good DPS upgrade to go all the way up to red. This is melee and magic power. We're definitely going to be taking it. The Ring of Power is just straight damage. And the Skull is melee and magic power again. That was actually so good that we did not have enough enough money to afford it. We are going to grab the mirror, though, because it'll help us on this next run specifically. And head in. So we are sitting at 30 melee power, 30 magic power. So we should be doing, yeah, a lot of damage. Because the spears are all next to the item that gives damage for both melee and magic. So that means that they're basically getting benefited from a plus 60 instead of a plus 30. The extra traits are definitely coming in noticeable, helping out a lot. That was a lot of damage that we just took to the face. We had one of the Yes charge in on us at the exact moment that our shields were down, taking advantage of our momentary weakness. Are the Yes all dead? Or succubi? Not really sure if the Yes are succubi. I kind of prefer them to be Yes because Yes are really cool Greek mythological creatures, and succubi would probably be, you know, not the same thing, but they would sit in the same category. Oh man, a tier 4 Great Axe. That's not for this build, but that weapon is so incredibly strong. I could make a specific spot for that skull right over here. There we go. And then add more. So we're going to buy this and put it over here in that spot that we just created for it. And then we're going to buy that. We don't really need Midas's sight. Ooh, a cannon. The temptation is always real when I see a cannon. We will happily take attack speed for -1 armor. Being at 0 luck is actually help. Ooh, okay. Yep. We're going to go ahead and immediately sell that attack speed that we just bought and get even more attack speed. This vitality and recovery is also very tempting, but we don't really have a great place for it to go without losing something important, so we are going to roll past it. Hopefully psychically damaging someone in the audience. I don't see much else that is going to change our life here. What does the hourglass do again? Dodge chance and luck for... Is that dodge chance for negative move speed and then luck for increased move speed? Hard to tell because the wording is like moved across 2 different lines. That's something that I feel like I would have to just test. Already you can tell that our damage for the red weapon is hitting for about 150, which is outside of elites definitely overkill in most situations. So we're doing pretty well. I would say our biggest weakness right now is our defensive capabilities. We have a lot of armor, and we have these shields, but we don't really recover our HP very quickly. We're looking around for these crates that we should be getting extras of, but we're not seeing any right now. Ah, they all spawned over here all at the same time. With all the extra resources we're getting from the crates, we should have plenty of money to see about finding some more recovery in between runs. And if offered, I will potentially even buy a healing potion. A red blessed mace, very nice. Melee power and armor, also very nice. We get to add an entire line over here. I think the attack speed at this point is better for us. So we'll take that. But then we're going to hold out for some sort of recovery. That is a dangerous thing for us to have, and we are not going to take it. We do not have enough lifesteal to maintain a vampire heart. We will save the shield, just in case. I believe this is recovery as well. It is. Okay. Do we want this? This is melee. Yeah, we definitely want that. I feel like I can lose a little bit of attack speed for it, which does mean I can roll for another 1 slot fancy item, or at least roll for something that we're going to save for next run. Neither of those happened. But we have 26 recovery now. Took me a moment to find it on the list. So we're doing a lot better. And wow, we're hitting for 173 with the red weapon, and we're only hitting for like 78 with our non-magic weapon, the one that's not being enhanced. So our unique item for Eldritch Knight here is very good. I will also say that the changes to Eldritch Knight feel really good. Being able to focus on one thing, that being armor, feels really good. The fact that you had to focus on magic damage to make melee weapons strong, and you had to focus on melee weapons to make magic weapons strong, felt, at least compared to other characters in this game, felt very strange choice. Like, I understood where their logic came from, but for this particular game, it didn't work out very well. It was kind of like the idea of like, oh, you have to spread out to get benefit, but what that ended up actually meaning is that you were kind of just bad no matter what. And we barely survived in the corner there for 6 HP at the end. Jeez, okay. We're probably going to be grabbing those gloves, but we definitely need, like, we're good on damage. We just need more survival, really. I'm going to listen to myself and specifically get more survival. So I'm saying it out loud. I should just pay attention to what I'm saying. Ooh, that would be a very powerful buff to our run. I like the purity to the specific types of weapons, but if we lined that up correctly, we could get a lot of armor out of it. We could go for more armor. Put ourselves at right above the soft cap of armor, being effective as a defensive item. And then we have Medallion of Might, which is melee power. Not the best thing for us. I just clicked past a purple spear because I was looking at other things on the sheet there. That is deeply unfortunate. I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind is my attack speed is also making my shields come back faster, which will keep us alive. Crit chance and move speed. despite everything we've done to try and fix our move speed is still negative with all of our armor. What is this? Dodge chance. Whenever plus 2% damage whenever successfully dodging, minus 5% move speed whenever getting hit. That would be actually terrible for us. We'll save that for the future. This is a pole arm as well. Adjacent movement items give increased move speed. I mean, it does do 97 damage. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. There's probably a way I can fit this right here. I can fit it right there, actually. And then I can put that back up there. Now that benefits all of them. Oh, now that does 123 damage. Jeez, maybe this is going to be good after all. 123 damage, wow. Yeah, now that I'm seeing that, I'm thinking that maybe we just get more spears. And then next time we'll get this longsword. It is very easy for us to die right at the beginning of this run here. Because despite all of the damage we do, which we do a very significant chunk of damage now with all of our weapons, we are very close to dead, and there will be elites this floor. Thank good. Oh, wow, that elite just died. And so did that one. Okay, we are doing a lot of damage now. We will probably go ahead and grab that sword next time. If nothing else, just to see if we can get more armor out of our armor. See if there's a place that we can put it where it will cause us the most benefits. And then the biggest thing we need now, I think, is recovery. We're kind of a little okay on damage. We are one-shotting and probably overkilling normal enemies. Most normal enemies. So having more recovery, more attack speed, more armor, all of these things are going to be benefiting us more than more weapons at this point. Okay, so we need to have 3, 4, 5 slots. I'm looking, and I think that slots along the top here would actually be the best. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to move around armor items to all be close to this guy. Very nice. We'll go ahead and buy some more slots. And grab another armor item. So this added +2 to all of these. There's actually a way I can even do more here. By doing that. We could fit a little bit more onto this as well. But as it stands, it did bring us our armor up to 81, which is beyond the soft cap. So we're not getting 1 for 1 anymore, but we are up to 71% reduced damage taken. Very nice. Very, very nice. On top of the fact that not even touching the Arcane Gauntlet, this weapon does 113 damage. And the halberd is a tasty pick there. Oh man, do I do it again? Yes, but maybe not this. Like, I'll do it in a moment. We'll go ahead and grab even more armor. We're well on our way to 100 now. We don't have any lifesteal at all. We could get a fan at this point. We could get a fan. So if we sold some of our attack speed items there, we could put the fan right here. What? Oh, I just turned it the wrong way. So now whenever we're not moving, we'll have plus 60% attack speed. That on top of our armor, and the fact that the attack speed is going to be benefiting our shields as well, means that there's a very good chance that for the moments that we stand still, which keep in mind that you don't have to necessarily just stand still the whole match. You can kind of like stagger step stand still. So dodge these guys, right? Stand still for a few moments whenever we're safe. Let things recharge. Dodge out of the way again. Yes, this is pretty damn effective. We do want to still avoid moving as much as possible, but it is, again, okay to move. You just need to... Oh, man, yeah. Look at that. I think another thing that would be really good right now would be to get another large shield, because these small shields don't block nearly as much damage in this... in Calamity 5 here. We definitely don't need more damage. Our damage is pretty much like... Honestly, like, our damage is done. We're going to grab a whole bunch of slots down here. Grab even more slots down here. And then see what we can find. We no longer need move speed. Our dodge chance, even with that going, is negligible. Having bonus damage wouldn't be a bad thing. Actually, it would. I don't know why I was going to grab that. I just really kind of wanted the bonus damage, to be honest. And it was... I was just like, I just want bonus damage, because bonus damage is, in my mind, always good. We have been killing elites very fast. That is 5% damage. Vitality recovery? No, thank you. Oh, that's a good point. How much are these blocking? 29 and 16 with 85 armor? That's pretty good. Okay. We would like some recovery, please. We don't really need more attack speed. We would like some recovery. Do we get rid of something to pick up the large shield? If we got rid of something, what would we get rid of? That's not providing us a lot of benefit. We're going to go ahead and sell that. Which means that we can now buy it. We just needed the space, really. And we'll grab a magic prism. Which is mostly just damage, and I really didn't need it, but I just felt like it. I will say the damage does still have a purpose. The final boss has thousands of HP, and we are not going to instantaneously kill him with this amount of damage. So it does still have a purpose in life to have extra damage. Okay, we took out 2 of the elites, 3 of the elites. I believe all of the elites are dead. We are murdering them very quickly. Did you see that zombie that just kind of stood on top of me there? That's what I was talking about earlier with the range. My weapons were so focused on killing enemies in the distance that there was an enemy literally just on top of me that they were not hitting. Yeah, whenever I'm standing still, I have 84 attack speed, which is not the most I've ever had. Thief definitely hits for more attack speed numbers. But, like, for one item, that's, like, astounding, to be honest. So if you think about it, one item gave me all of that. Actually, that's my base attack speed, so that means that's... No, that can't be right. That has to be a holdover from last match. More weapons would be good at this moment, because... We're going to switch these 2 out. This does mean that we're hitting more things on the screen. But I would like some recovery. I would like some good recovery. That was recovery, yes, but it was not a good source of recovery. This is lifesteal, damage per lifesteal, and minus vitality per lifesteal. Not for me, not on this run. Potentially more armor is not the worst. We are at 72% damage reduction. I could probably do with the revive. Might save my life. We'll see. Ooh. Oh, wow. Red Lightning Fist. That's actually really tempting because it's an enchanted weapon, and it's a melee weapon. But we're going to take the herb for now, because I keep saying the word recovery, and then I don't buy recovery. This is the problem of what it's like to be me. I know what I'm supposed to do, but it's not necessarily what I'm going to do. And I know that going in, by the way. That lamp's actually pretty cool. I like the negative experience for lifesteal and vitality idea. We'll go with that for now. We're at a decent amount of recovery now. We have a negative lifesteal, so recovery and crates are our only way. And we did actually get rid of the item that got us extra crates. Until something comes to shoot at us, we are going to, or if there's a crate on the ground, we are going to attempt to stand still as much as possible because we have enough range to hit most enemies. Man, our hitbox is enormous, isn't it? And you saw those threes popping up. It's because, again, there was an enemy just standing on top of us. So our spears did not hit him for a very long time, despite the fact that I was actively murdering the countryside. We'll just stand here for a moment. Allow the invulnerability to carry us. Already have our shields back up, which means even if an attack comes in, we can just block it. Very nice. Very, very nice. This build has worked out incredibly well. What does this do? Vitality gain per floor. Plus 10 recovery. Despite the fact that we only have 2 floors left, that's still a good item for us to pick up. You know what I should be doing? I should be grabbing slots up by this sword. I'm sure someone who was watching this was just like saying that loudly over and over again. Does that count? It does. So that means that counts too. I'll go ahead and put that down there for the extra recovery. This is floor 19, not 20, so we can afford the extra boss. And I'm going to save the crate thing in case that's what we end up getting. I mean, the vitality, plus 15 vitality at this point is really not a bad idea. Wait. Oh, it's a T shape. Based on how it looks, I actually thought it was going to just be a square. What is this again? Melee power, projectile power? I'm okay without it. The trident would be an interesting polearm to finish this build off with. What I could do is I could go ahead and sell the spear here. And buy the trident. And then kind of finagle some stuff around until we can get to there. Didn't even have to edit that one because that was pretty quick. I already had a plan in mind. And we have extra crates. Wow. This is cool. Between the lightning and the tridents, it is like some sort of Greek god now. And just like a Greek god, we may die from hubris. Again. Hubris is a very deadly force of nature. I was just trying to see how long I could stand still, though. It doesn't show me my increased attack speed while standing still. I actually would like to see that, because I don't know if that's my base attack speed or if that's my increased attack speed while standing still right now. I don't feel like I got up to 80% attack speed. Just from my items alone. So if I move a bunch, it does go down. Okay. It's because it's whenever I open my menu, I'm standing still. So every time I open my menu, it increases my attack speed. I kind of get it now. Let's see what we can find. There's some melee power and armor. Realistically, that's actually don't add a lot of armor to me, so we're up to 75%. These now block 30, and my small shields block 18. It's pretty good. There's a jousting lance, but we do almost... recovering my HP back from 50% at this point in the match would be kind of difficult. So we are actually going to grab a bunch of extra damage right at the end here, because the last thing we need to do is kill the boss. And we might need the damage to do that. We'll go ahead and upgrade this, because this trident has been doing wonderful. And we could probably get rid of a few things here that give us just experience. Like, we don't really need that anymore. And we could probably get rid of the mystical skull, because it's only +2 to each. And then in response, gets some more attack speed, maybe? Ooh, yeah, there we go. See, that +2 was a very good thing to get rid of, because the thing that I got in exchange for it was fantastically better. I'm just kind of looking around. I don't see any other places of extreme weakness in our build here. I mean, we can get this instead of this, because that's actually just... That's theoretically also a 3% damage upgrade, because that other thing was reducing our damage. Let's see how this goes. I know we're going to probably do okay, but if I try and kill the boss, there's a chance I die. So we'll see how this goes. I am doing a lot of damage to the boss. And because we're Calamity 5, the boss also has a bunch of minions. One minion down. We have invulnerability, so we can stand still for a few seconds. We have 40 seconds left, and he's at like 10% HP, so I believe we are going to get the kill here. I don't know if this is our first Calamity 5 kill? No, the Warlock was our first Calamity 5 kill, because the Warlock basically annihilated the entire game. And we win. The new Eldritch Knight, I will say, much improved. The old one felt a little muddy, felt a little weird. The new one feels really good. Not only does it feel powerful, it doesn't feel like you're winning for free, and you have a specific goal in mind, doing this magic melee and armor build, and it really makes that build itself. This has been God of Weapons, and I've been Arima. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and I will be posting more of this in the future, so stick around. And I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.